4, 3, 2, 1. We are all here shooting this shit with our hosts, DJ Duss and Bamboo Bam. Let's go.
Oh, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss, with my co-host, Bamboo. He's all lit up.
What up, kid? What you saying?
Not much, man. We're on the lockdown still.
Yeah, I know. They just put us on lockdown big time.
Good.
Too.
I'm starting to get a little jealous that you guys weren't on lockdown at all, but, join the club, right?
They acting up down here, man. First it was, you can't go to the city. Now they telling us to stay in our fucking little towns and shit. So now I'm stuck in this little fucking town. You know?
Since when?
Today. Actually, he announced it today.
Oh, shit.
You know, I believe Nova Scotia Premier, he's a young dude, right? So
Okay.
he's
That's
like, stay home, stop playing around.
For how long? Did he give you a lockdown?
I think it's a month.
Yeah.
You know?
We're like 6 weeks or some shit like that. But anyways, let's get right into it, all right?
Yeah.
Everybody, follow us, like our Facebook page. You can stream all our live episodes, watch the old ones, comment, questions, be a part of the show. You can do the exact same thing on YouTube. Stream all our episodes. Check our old episodes out. Be a part of the show. That's a Shooting the Shit podcast. Subscribe, press the notification button, be a part of the show. Once this show is all done, it gets uploaded on all major streaming platforms. That's Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Amazon Music, all that other good stuff. Bam, bam.
What up?
Got a special guest.
Yes, we do.
I love the internet, man. Again, if it wasn't for Instagram that connect us with people, our lockdown podcast would be on. We'll take a little bit of a plunge because I don't want to talk to you the whole time. We need guests.
Yeah, well, I'm still lovable, but it's all right. It's all right.
Yeah. Everyone else loves you except me. I get it. Take your spoon up where it starts clinging, you motherfucker. Anyways, we have a special guest, talented artist, man. Let's get her on right now. Nequita Russell, how you doing, girl?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I am good. I'm really happy to have you on.
I'm really excited to be on this.
Good. We happy to have you.
We call ourselves the most professional, unprofessional podcast. All the stats are lies. Don't believe anything we say. And
pure fake news.
90% of every time we have an argument or a discussion with a guest, they somehow outmaneuver us and convince us that they are right. True? True.
A little bit,
it is what it is. We're old, man. We don't know anything anymore. We just know how to use the internet now, So let's get right
back in the
into
day,
it.
your father tell you something, you'd be like, "Yeah, what? Really? Are you sure?"
Yeah.
We throw it at them like that. They'd be like, Then they look it up, and then I'll get fucking jammed up. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, welcome. That's what we
To the
do here.
internet.
Anyways, let's get right into it. Where were you born and raised?
I was born in Johannesburg, South Africa. I was born there, and then I came to Toronto when I was like 9 years old. So I lived there for 9 years. So I pretty much did remember most of my childhood there.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, but I completely lost my accent though. So people obviously don't know that right off the bat.
I wouldn't have guessed. No.
Yeah.
Tell me more about South Africa.
Word.
Beautiful weather, beautiful people, great food. Obviously I grew up after the apartheid time. My parents grew up in the apartheid, but I grew up hearing about it, learning about it. I didn't learn the languages or anything like that. I grew up speaking English. I went to school there, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's besides the crime and besides South Africa having that reputation of being very dangerous and unsafe, it was some of the best years of my life growing up there. The zoos, going to the national parks. It's just a very beautiful country, and I'm very proud to be from there, actually.
All right.
Now, what's the biggest transition from you living from South Africa to Toronto?
Oh, man. Okay, I would say, as a child transitioning, it can be quite difficult, but not as difficult as if you were an adult. So I was blessed that way because, kids transition pretty quickly.
That's true.
I would just say the biggest challenge was, the different vernacular. Here, I did get made fun of for my accent because kids are mean.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, probably the weather. That was a big shock. The weather was a shock.
If you weren't going to bring that up, I was going to bring that up.
Damn. Yeah, that was one of the biggest shocks for me. So, and my family, it's freezing cold. I did not know what cold was until we came here.
And you know what? I've been born here my whole life. And when people say, you're not used to it, you do not get used to it. I don't care what anyone tells me. You don't. Yeah. It's too cold. No, you're not.
I'm used to it. It's nice. I like the cold.
You like it?
I do. Who influenced you to be an artist?
I grew up my family's very artistic. My mom was a dancer and a singer growing up.
Okay.
So I would watch her perform in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know how to explain it. I would explain it more. I was just influenced by my environment for sure, because it's a very musical environment. My dad would have a whole bunch of records that he would play all the time. Old songs like Bob Marley, but then also like older than that, like Sam Cooke and stuff like that. My dad was a big R&B, Motown, reggae, a lot of records like that. And then my mom just loved, Whitney Houston and pop music. So they would be in the house all the time.
Awesome.
And then, as a young child, like your brain absorbs all of these things. And I just had a natural desire to want to perform all the time. So, but I'd say my biggest influences when I came here to Toronto, I'd say like growing up at that time, probably like, a lot of pop music, Beyonce, Rihanna, that would be a big influence for me. But my influence started very young, I'd say. So, and I'd say the biggest source of that was like my family, my surroundings, my environment.
Sweet.
So now you've been surrounded in music your whole life. You have some influences that are really close by to you.
Yeah.
When did you start taking this seriously? And what I mean by that is, time in the studio, music videos, because that's the next step. Everyone could write all day, all night, but the next step, when you start taking it seriously, how old were you?
I started really taking it seriously, I'd say like a couple years ago. I was like 19, 20. And I think that the second you're taking it seriously is when you start investing in yourself, spending money, and when you start treating it like a business. Like, this is not a hobby anymore. This is like business now. And then I started doing that a couple years ago. So I haven't been in it long, but I started investing, trying to find a producer, saving money to get a mic, saving money for studio time, saving money to buy beats. That's when I knew I was like, okay, yeah, like this is like, if I'm going to spend money on this, I need a business plan. I need to like focus on this and treat this like a business. That's when I started taking it seriously, doing higher production music videos.
Yeah.
And almost treating it like a job, because yes, it's a passion, but you have to also treat it, it's hard work, like, and I have to work a lot harder. Like, it's not a game. Like, it's something that requires a lot of time, the 10,000 hour rule and stuff like that. So
that's so true.
But I'm not new, but I'm not a veteran either. Like, I only started this like 3 4 years ago.
Still, that's good though.
But still,
and
the game is constantly changing. Like, I don't, I'm still just constantly learning.
Yeah, dig it. But you said it's hard, so it just brings me to the question of, do you find it harder for a woman to break out in this music industry?
Yes and no. I think that's a very it's a subjective question, but I'd say yes, in the sense it's a male-dominated industry. Majority of producers, majority of engineers are men, and it's a very male-dominated. But as a female in 2021, you have to understand, like, there's a power in being a female as well. Like, you have, there's beauty, like there's sexual power with it as well, and you have the female perspective, so it can be difficult, but then it can also be hard at the same time. I think it just depends on the circumstances.
Okay.
For me, I don't look at it like, okay, I'm a female, so this is going to be harder. Yeah, I run into some things that males will not run into. But you just gotta, that's just the territory. You just roll with the punches, kind of thing. Like, and I don't mind. Like, I don't, like, as long as I'm working with professional people, like, it doesn't matter to me, like, who I'm working with.
Yeah, but the whole world's not professional. We've heard stories on here where,
oh God, yeah.
So we've heard stories where music is held. You recorded music somewhere, and because they didn't get what they wanted out of the woman, the music's been
hold your shit hostage.
Yeah, hostage on their computer. It's some sad shit out there, right?
Yeah.
So
you gotta protect yourself in every sense of.
But now you have us, so if someone's holding your music, I'm 4 hours away, so holler at me. You know what I mean? No problem.
For sure.
That's what we do best, anyways. So if we all got together at a party and I start to tell people, she's an artist, what song or video would you turn them to, like, to listen to turn them into a fan of yours?
I would say, Oh, that's tough because I love all of my songs, but
Because you know how it is. People have a 2 minute, well, I will say 20-second span of like.
yeah, I
eh,
usually say 5 seconds sometimes
Yeah.
now. Um, I would say my new song, Saucin', and I'm not saying that just because it's my newest release. I'm saying that because um, it catches your attention within like 5 to 6 seconds. Like
Good call.
it's filmed in Toronto. If you're from Toronto, you're gonna know exactly where it is, and it's just a vibrant song. And I'm not a rapper; I'm a singer, but I'm completely rapping in that song from beginning to end, and that's how I want to introduce myself right now because that's just my vibe right now. So I would say my new song Saucin' is definitely the one, and it's probably my best music video, like scenery wise.
It's nice.
So
It's definitely nice. Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
I definitely say that one.
Do you remember the first song you ever recorded in your first performance?
My first performance was in Toronto. My first song I ever recorded was actually I was 13 years old, and it was like I was 13 years old and I did it off of my computer in my parents' room when I was a kid.
Nice.
And yeah, so this was like, yeah, this was very, it was homemade, but it was the first time I was learning how to like do sounds and like make my own beat and layer my voice. And that was the first time it was a Christian song, I think. I think it was a Christian song. I wrote like a gospel thing, and I decided to record it using my dad's computer and his like little microphone. That was like my first time actually trying to record myself. Obviously the first time in a studio recording myself would be a couple years ago when I found my first producer, but I consider that the first time I recorded myself, like
Yeah.
learning how to record. First time performance was in Toronto. I did a showcase for the first time, and it was a decent audience, like 60 people in the audience for my first show. I was nervous, but that's when I first developed my love for the stage. So I definitely first like remember my first performance. I'd say stage is my favorite place to be next to studio. So
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
yeah.
But I mean, your time, did you, and I don't mean your time like your fucking Fred Flintstone age time, but I mean, there was no home computer set up like the way they have it today, right? For instance?
No,
Okay.
no.
No.
Was there like a ghetto version, Bam, of you like recording yourself?
Yeah, I think so. Cause like, well, it's not like the same setup I could have had, but like growing up, I wasn't growing up I wasn't poor, but I wasn't rich either. So
Well, some equipment's expensive, right?
yeah,
So,
it's expensive. Equipment is expensive. I've only been able to buy my own equipment now, proper, decent equipment. But yeah, I was using legit like a computer microphone, like the skinny ones that come out, and like
oh yes.
those ones. I don't even know what it's called, but it's a skinny little microphone, and I was just using that. And my dad had like obviously the version of Windows at that year. I forget completely.
Probably 95.
But like 2005, 2006, something like that. But yeah, no, I would say it was a pretty ghetto version. And it was like, the Windows sound recorder. That's what I used.
Shit. Damn. Yeah, no, back in my day, I wouldn't call it ghetto because technically we had two turntables and a mixer and a microphone.
Yeah.
But we recorded on the tape deck though.
Okay, that's what it was. That's what I wanted to ask.
Oh,
for
okay.
me,
Yeah, different
you know.
for me, yeah.
Okay,
You
that's
know.
actually, yeah, with the mixer. Yeah, I guess you're right. That could be actually, okay, that's not so bad.
Well, that's because I was kind of connected to a DJ who was connected to a big sound system. So when they
That's
brought
good.
out the system, I'm talking speakers standing tall up to my shoulders, and 215s in the box, and but they was reggae based, so everything was just, you know what I mean? So
I think
we
that's
crazy.
exciting,
We
though.
went with it. Oh man, like when they brought it out, it was time to roll. And I used to be like, "Let me get on the mic." They was like, "You're not ready yet." I was like, "Let me get on the mic." And then one party, they let me on the mic, and it was over. I couldn't stop. I had the bug. You know what I mean?
Until you had to pay for studio time.
Yeah. Then it's like, fuck that shit. Hold on.
it got expensive. It can get expensive. Well, where are you currently recording now?
I have my mic right here, so I have a home setup.
Good.
But I can't see the name just because I don't want the studio to get shut down.
Oh,
But there is a studio.
fuck yeah. The life we live in now, eh? Imagine that. We can't even promote a friggin' a studio because
Yeah.
someone's knocking
Well,
on bylaws going to
almost
be
shut
there.
down. Already almost got shut down because artists were recording in there and probably putting it on Snapchat. I don't know how.
Oh, true.
But I wanna record on when I'm going the first week of May, so I'm not gonna expose the name. But yeah, I do record in a studio that's close by, and I like to record in studio with the engineer, and then sometimes if I'm recording just demos, I like to do it at home. So I got a home setup
cool.
as well. Yeah.
That's really dope.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Who are some of the producers you're working with now?
I'm working with a few producers online that I found on BeatStars, but lately I've been working with a lot of European producers. I'm trying to work with some UK guys,
A
some
lot of
UK
people do.
producers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're popping right now. So I'm
Yep.
like reaching out to a lot of in people's DMs, like, yo, if I like your work, I like your engineering, I like the production quality, I'll DM someone and I'll try to work with them, and I'll try to work with someone that I if I hear about them on Spotify. But right now I have access to a producer that's an in-house producer, and he works with people I know.
Okay.
But he's more on the hip hop side, and I'm trying to dabble a little bit more with like some Euro dance and pop stuff going into
Nice.
the summertime.
Gotcha.
So I'd like to work with like a UK producer, or even someone in Europe, like Sweden or something like that. They're like years ahead in certain ways.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to expand my production team, like to
With
that.
their sounds. Yeah, they
Yeah.
got some good sounds over there, you know.
Definitely.
Plus the exposure is great because, you know, over there they love music in every form. You
That's
know?
very true.
Yeah, such a great music scene in the UK, and they love Toronto too.
What kind of deal do you have with a producer? So there's a producer down in the UK. He DMs you. He sends you. What kind of deal do you guys, come up with?
The two producers that I'm like working with right now, like the arrangement we have is, if they see value and quality in my voice, and
Yeah.
I see value and quality in their production for the future of our music,
Yeah.
what the negotiation will be usually, which is what the negotiation I think is the best in the business, is there's no level cash. I think you should be focused on the future royalties. So we come together on a collaborative basis, and okay, we'll work together. We'll work on, okay, this project, 3 songs, whatever it is, and we'll put the song on Spotify, and it's 50-50 obviously for royalties, and we'll promote the shit. Sorry, can I swear?
No, oh, yeah.
We shooting the shit. We shooting the
Yeah.
shit.
To promote this shit out of that song, like,
Yeah.
I mean, go crazy, and then that's the we reap the rewards from like the streams and the music video and the future performances. But sometimes a producer will not want to do that, but if his beats are really good, I'll still consider his offer, and that's usually like, okay, can you just pay for this beat, because I'm doing a whole bunch of beats and I'm working with a whole bunch of artists, like,
Yeah.
I might not be guaranteed royalties because the song might not make a lot of streams. So okay, I'll buy the beat off of you, so I'll license the beat, or I'll buy it off of you, and if it does well, then like we'll deal with the royalties after. So it just depends on the producer. I like coming together on a collaborative basis so that we're working full time continuously.
Yeah.
And then we're just both getting royalties out of it instead of low level cash, because that I feel like there's a higher reward with that. But it just depends on the producer.
Yeah, the dope way of doing that would be he's promoting it wherever he's at, and you're promoting it where you're at, and you're also promoting him as a producer. It works out. I think that's the best way of doing it.
Facts, credits. Yeah, you just credit him. We credit each other.
Yeah.
And that's how I did a lot of my songs and music, and that's how I did a lot of my music videos too. Actually,
I like that.
Nice, nice.
So I take it you're currently independent, right?
Yes, I'm independent.
Now, is this the route you're going to continue going, or would you be open to taking a record deal of some sort?
I'm always open to looking at major record deals. I've been trying to shop myself out, but I kind of stopped. I kind of stopped chasing labels, because I've been looking at the whole situation like, okay, well, the internet's kind of my label now, because you can. Sometimes I feel eventually the label is going to be the middleman, but maybe that's not true, because a label provides a bigger budget. A label provides so much more for an artist. A major label will provide so much more for an artist to do more. But right now I don't mind being independent, because I do a lot of my promo. I take courses in marketing and business so I can market myself.
That's dope.
Nice.
learn how to learn how the algorithms work on social media so I can, maximize the amount of streams I get, maximize the amount of views I get. But I'm still learning, and I'm also learning how to video edit right now. So I'm also doing my own videos. So in that sense, it's like if I can do it myself, I don't mind staying independent. But I think the goal for me, especially being a female artist going into the pop R&B realm, I think I would be more successful with a major label involved.
I
For
feel you.
sure.
I feel you.
I'm not gonna cancel that option for me.
But at least with the independent, it's easier to be independent today than it has been, in past
Yeah.
years, right? So you can still be moving forward even though there's not a label around yet, right? So I think
Exactly.
so it's still dope. You can still get recognized by doing well by yourself, and then by maybe there's going to be at a point where a label's going to come to you and you'll be like, yeah, it's too late. I already did all the hard work, and
Yeah, that's a good way to look at
yeah.
it.
So
That's
you never
true,
know.
but it's a lot of work. What she's talking about, it's a lot of work. So it's going to take away from somewhere, your creativity,
Yeah.
your studio time, So
Yeah.
have you thought about surrounding yourself with a great team? You know what I
Yes,
mean?
always. I'm always on the scout for new talent and a team that can push me, and people that are more talented than me. Because I don't I think no one should be scared about being the least talented or the least smartest in the room in a team, because your team is supposed to they're not supposed to be yes mans, but they're supposed to be they're supposed to push you. So I'm developing a team around me slowly in regards to video. I already have a video guy, my main guy,
That's
and
dope.
then the only thing I don't have right now is like solid production. But I'm always waiting for the new wave of like production, and I'm always on the scout for producers, always, because they're being created all the time. New
I am
beats are
going
being created
to.
all the time.
I'll send you a couple people on IG that we know that are really great.
Yes, I
Yes.
love that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll link you guys up together after this.
Awesome, thanks.
Definitely, definitely. So I got a question. What separates you from most other artists?
I'd say my I have a very exotic essence and a very exotic flavor about myself, and I come with an energy that's quite unorthodox, I'd say.
Mm.
I try not to. Well, I naturally just don't necessarily mentally fit in with everything that's out there. There's no cookie cutter stuff with me.
Hmm.
I can dabble in such a ver- versatile range of songs. And my voice can do a lot of things, and I'm always ready to push my voice. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, I definitely say like being South African and
Mm.
Canadian, I don't think there's a lot of art. Well, Doja Cat's actually South African, so that's really cool, and I really like her. Um, but coming with that South African background, I want to put more African beats into my African drums into my music, and I also come with like um, just an exotic flavor. Like I'm just very unorthodox. I always grew up being not the weird kid, but kind of outside of the box all the time.
That's
Like,
good.
yeah, all the time. Even with my fashion statement, sometimes I'll wear things and people will be like, "What are you wearing? Like that doesn't make any sense." And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm expressing myself, and like I'm not afraid to do certain things that some people would just not do. So I consider myself being like that weird kid outside the box all the time.
I
Hey,
dig it.
Bam's the biggest. If you listen to some of the podcasts, Bam's always telling people, do not stay in the box.
Don't.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
Always says that.
The fact that someone looked at you and said, "What are you wearing?" You did your job. I got your fucking
Yeah.
attention. You
Yeah.
understand? Now go listen to my song, motherfucker. You see what I'm saying? Bing, self promotion right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you look like everyone else. You ain't standing out one bit, right? So
Yeah, it's not gonna do anything.
It's just the way it is. So we were talking about multiple things today about the bunch of hats you put on, marketing and producing and finding producers and recording. But what's the biggest struggle you have today of being an artist?
Oh, I'd say the biggest struggle today is there's quite a few for me personally. That's tough, but I'd say sometimes you get lost in the sauce when it comes to you're battling with people that have a lot of views and a lot of attention
Yeah.
and a lot of streams, but they might be like just average in regards to talent, and then you see a lot of talent out there that's not getting any any
Yep.
traffic to it at all.
We see that all the time. All the
And I
time.
think that's a societal problem, because there are some things sex is always going to sell, for sure. Certain things is always going to sell more. Certain things are always going to grab people's attention more. So I think authentic talent sometimes gets lost in the sauce. And I'm not saying I started rapping because singing wasn't working out. That's not true. But like, I do feel like now that I'm dabbling with rapping a little bit more, I seem to be getting more attention. But like, singing is really what I want to do, and singing is truly like where my passion lies.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it can be tricky when you're getting lost in the sauce. There's certain things that some girls will do that I just won't do when it comes to like showing off my body. Like, I know my video was pretty provocative, but I think that's as provocative as it's gonna ever be. So
yeah.
I probably won't go further than that. But it gets tough when you see like the more skin you show, the more views you're gonna get. TikTok, whatever it is, and like you have to compromise some of your morals in this world sometimes, and sometimes maybe your soul. So I think that's where it can get tricky.
That's straight up.
I hear you. I hear you. But you know what? Singing is what you want to do. One of these days, a little advice from me. One of these days, pick a Sunday and just go back in the lab and pick out the records and just listen to them girls blow. You know what I mean? Listen to Aretha. Listen to them. You know what I mean? Patty. Just listen to them blow, because their fan base doesn't matter what you wear. They can tell it's you as soon as they hear the song. You understand what I'm saying? So don't think the singing fan base is gone, because they there. You know what I mean? They just being over flooded with this hip hop all over the place. But if you be that one person, I mean, think about it. D'Angelo came out of nowhere. You get what I'm saying? In the middle of all this hip hop, he came out of nowhere, and everybody's like, who's this nigga? You get what I'm saying? Anthony Hamilton. Who's this nigga? You see what I'm saying?
But man, the game's changed, bro.
But it's still the same. It's being overflooded. It's being overflooded with all bullshit.
I'm not
I'ma
saying
say
don't
bullshit.
do it. I see what she's saying, because
No, I hear her. I'm just saying.
Because,
My
because
point
back
to
then-
what I'm saying is, she just got to let that go. Just blow, girl. Just let it blow. I'm telling you, once you let it blow, they're gonna know. You get what I'm saying?
Because how many times you see on YouTube, there's some sort of like, and excuse what I'm going to say, a bozo of some sort having a million plus hits, and the next person you see has like 1,000, and you're like, the talent is there, and I don't know what the hell's so attractive over
I get
here.
it, and that's the business part of it. You know what I mean? Someone figured out that algorithm.
Yeah,
like
but you know what?
said,
No. I figured a lot of shit out too. A lot of people are buying that bullshit.
Well,
views
it's still part of the fucking system. You get what I'm saying? Someone figured it out, and boom, 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 to get all that fucked up attention. You get what I'm saying? And
Buying
that's
all these
what
views
sucks.
and shit, you know what I mean?
And it truly sucks about it. You know what I mean? But if you got that one thing that just boom, I mean, you might not do it today or tomorrow, but just don't let that feeling, don't let that go. Because it's gonna come out in your music regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I'm working on R&B records now.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Because, I'm old school. I'm R&B, I'm to the core. Throw some Al Green on. I'm good to go,
I think we need more R&B out there.
Oh, a little bit.
We do. We absolutely do.
That's good to hear. Definitely. I'm going to pump out more.
Is there any producers or artists that you would love to work with in the future?
Damn. I really would love to work with Drake.
Yeah. Drake?
I'd love to work with Drake. Drake's one of my favorite artists.
Well, you live in the city, go knock on his door.
Yeah, I mean, he really is like around the corner. I'd love to work with Drake one day, because I just like how Drake always comes with the vibe. Unfortunately, XXXTentacion died, but
true.
I would have loved to have worked with him too. I was a big fan, still a big fan, still streams all the songs. Female artists, I'd love to work with Dua Lipa. I think she's doing very well on the scene right now.
Her.
Absolutely. Such a unique voice. There's no voice like that right now. And in music, she has one of the most unique voices, and I really, really like how like her execution on everything. I'd love to work with her.
She is very good. You know, the song
Yeah.
that got my attention was that One Kiss. You
Yeah.
know, I'm driving home from work and the song is on, but it's got that European dance vibe, this and this, and I'm just like,
Yes. She's
I like
very, very
this. I like
talented.
this, right? So, you know, and she had a hard time struggling trying to sing in the beginning. You
Oh
know,
yeah, she
yeah.
did. She was
So,
out for a while. I remember when she was out. She still first came out, and she was transitioning like to the American market too. And yeah, but like there's beauty in the struggle. I always find inspiration in those stories. So I'd like to work with her. I'd also like to work with Rihanna. But I feel like Rihanna's not doing music anymore.
no, no, Riri always gonna do music.
I hope she does.
She West Indian. She always gonna do music. Trust
Yeah.
me.
It's definitely in her for sure. So now, what's just because we're old, we have no idea how to promote anything.
He's old. He's old.
You're older. Shut up. What's the best way today to promote yourself as an artist?
I think TikTok.
Tell
Yeah,
Bam to get on TikTok.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me on TikTok?
Why not?
I'm
TikTok.
fucked
for
up.
sure. I'd say TikTok because it's a very fast growing social media platform right now. And if your song blows on TikTok and people start doing challenges to your song on TikTok, the song just becomes a million times bigger. And I think next to that is Spotify. So and I know this because I'm a big fan of music myself as well. I'm a consumer of music as well as I am a creator of music. And when I go to my playlist to go work out, I'm I'm adding stuff to my playlist all the time, and sometimes I've been finding myself add songs to my playlist that I heard on TikTok, and I was like, "Whoa, this bumps! I want this. What song is this? I gotta find out what song this is." So you go and look for more of the challenges that use that song, find out what the artist name is, and I think 10 or 11 of my songs on my Spotify playlist, they came from TikTok. Like they were exposed to me on TikTok. So if it's working like that for me as a consumer, I'm pretty sure it's working for everyone else that way. Um, Next, I'd say probably Spotify. Spotify is a really big streaming platform.
Huge.
But it will. I think that will. It's continuously changing, but changing. But Spotify is the best is a good way to promote. But I definitely think TikTok right now, especially if
Oh,
Yeah, what happened? We lost you.
we can't
yeah,
hear you
but
now.
like especially
Oh,
if
there
you're
we
a
go.
dancer or
Yeah.
if you're making music like people that can dance to, people um want to make challenges to. I think TikTok's like one of the best ways to promote.
Dig it. I dig it. So, people want
Can
to
you hear
know.
me?
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
we can hear you. We can hear
Okay.
you. So, the people want to know what's your
I
favorite.
think you guys kind of became quiet for a second.
We quiet? You all right? You can hear us?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? I don't know. I think she put us on mute, bro.
Oh,
We deserve to be on mute
I
sometimes.
can't really hear anything anymore.
Really? Oh, damn, that's crazy. Hello, hello, hello.
Wait, you guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Oh, that
weird.
sucks. I don't know. Did you put us on mute, Joe? What's going on?
I didn't. Why do you always blame me?
You got the controls, kid. You
I'm
got
not
the
sure.
controls.
I'm paying attention. This is the quietest I've ever been. You know what I mean?
Oh man, damn! I wanted to ask her what's her favorite hip hop. What's her favorite era of music? Can you hear me? She can't hear us. Damn. You know?
I'll just let her know. Get out and come back in.
Yeah, true.
There we go. Why do you always blame me?
Well, you got the controls, man.
Man, the world is on lockdown and everyone's on the internet at 8:30 Eastern time. And you're
Yeah,
putting
true.
shit on me.
Ah,
All I have is a mouse. I don't have power buttons here to mute people and shit, and mute us, and I don't have those options,
yeah,
man.
you only got a mouse, huh?
Only got a
terrible,
mouse.
Terrible.
That's all I got to do.
You know. But yeah, no, I mean, you know, like I was saying back before with the soul music going, like, I mean, think about it. Like, how is it that John Legend is where he is? You get what I'm saying? He's making sure he's not being bombarded with that bullshit. You get what I'm saying?
It's
he might
still
jump
a
in here
bit
and there.
before that main era.
But he's still relevant now.
Yeah, but I mean, it's to get relevant, is what I'm saying.
Right, and
Step
and that's,
one.
I guess I had to leave and come back.
You
Yeah.
good?
Can you hear us now?
Yep.
Okay, so my question was, what's your favorite era of music? Like,
Oh,
you know,
wow. Oh, wow.
The tough ones.
I'd say right now.
right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say
Yeah.
the last 10 years.
She young. Okay. We'll let you slide. We'll let you slide.
Okay, yeah. I would say the last 10 years because there's a lot of transit, like big things in music. But I'm not gonna. You know what? If I wanted to be an art, okay, I had this conversation before.
Yeah.
I would have loved to be an artist in the '90s, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of the R&B and just because of how transitional the '90s was. But in terms of my favorite era, I know I'm probably gonna sound kind of like uneducated or something, but no, I would say now.
You have to
No.
back up, how old you are. Because, you know what I mean? I'm going to say the 90s, and my parents would look at me like I'm crazy. You know what I mean? So,
yeah.
like,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
it's just the way it is.
Yeah, just
But
like
now-
you can't expect me to. I don't even remember the '90s. I was a baby.
Yeah,
So,
now
but
it's good. Now it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm paying attention to you youngins. You know what I mean? And y'all keeping it alive and y'all doing y'all thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I might not understand everything that's flying past me right away, but y'all doing y'all thing. And me, it's the clothes, and it's like, what the hell? Why?
I love music right now.
And it's funny. The clothes, it's all it's doing is recycling itself. Because
It
if
is, yeah.
you really pay attention to the '90s and look. Those tight jeans and all that's been done. You know what I mean? The haircuts, all
It
that's
always
been
comes
done.
back. Yeah.
So it throws me sideways because I didn't like it back then, and I'm looking at it now. I'm like, fuck, he's gonna regret that shit. I'm telling you, man, he's gonna regret that shit. You know?
You're fucking hilarious, bro. Give me your top 5 artists. Your top favorite 5. No order, no specific order, just your top 5.
Ariana Grande, Drake, Chris Brown, Rihanna, The Weeknd.
Oh yeah,
Was that 5?
that was 5.
Yeah.
That was the quickest
Quick.
5 we've ever gotten.
Yeah.
Well, you got some good ones there, that's for sure.
Thank you. Yeah. I like those my top favorite for sure.
Hold on, this Alex has something for you, Bam. You sound mighty old and cranky, Bam.
Nah, I'm a realist here. You mean I'm old and cranky? I'm just telling you, if you wear those particular tight jeans and that high top fade, 20 years from now, when you see a kid walk down the street, you're gonna be like, fuck, he's gonna regret that shit.
What is he gonna
telling you.
regret?
Looking like that, man. I'm
So
telling
what?
you. Man, lady, I'm telling you, we had shows. He started throwing pictures of me up. I got a Gumby fade and shit. I'm like,
I don't know why I got rid of that picture.
you see? This is why you regret shit like that. I'm telling
But
you.
it's
Stop
funny. It's good. It's good.
it. Nah, see, you proved my point. But no, I
Yeah.
got one more question.
Sure.
What would describe, your style of music? What would describe you as your style of music?
Edgy,
Mm-hmm.
very girly,
Mm-hmm.
but also grimy.
Okay.
I like that.
See, everybody got a different answer, Joe. You know?
I just like because it's in my top 10 random questions, and somehow you just stole that from the middle of the
Oopsie,
pack.
my bad.
But that's because he's not reading the questions ahead of time. That's my co-host, folks. That's the guy. That's the guy I work
I
with
love
all the
it,
time.
though.
Anyways, we'll start off with the 10 random questions. We'll say that was the first one, so he
Yes.
doesn't look so bad. What's your favorite album that you ever bought, listened to? Your favorite album?
You know what? I like The Incredible True Story by Logic. And
Oh.
Logic is not like my favorite artist right now, but that album, like, I think maybe because what I was going through at the time,
Yeah.
maybe like that song, that album just spoke to me. It was just very and I think when you go to people when they work out and they do fitness and then they have a playlist, music hits you a little bit differently. So I was continuously listening to it every time I would go to my gym.
Yeah.
And then I just know every song back to back, and I don't know why I like how how it was narrated. I like the concept of that album very much.
I like that.
Okay. What motivates you to keep doing this music?
God,
There it is.
I like that.
One word.
All right. What was your first job ever? Your first paycheck?
I was a lifeguard at Canada's Wonderland.
Oh, that's dope.
I've only been there once.
Me too.
Name one thing on your bucket list.
I'd like to go cave diving. like a mermaid.
I'll take that over the bungee jumpers. Not bungee, sorry, the skydivers. Everyone that's on the show always says skydiving. We always think they want to kill themselves. I don't know.
You know, my two fears: drowning and falling from an airplane. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know.
They're very reasonable fears.
Yeah, I get that. We have I don't know. I know you're not big in the water, Bam. I've taken you some places I shouldn't have never taken
Well, I'm
you.
not going in no dark cave underwater.
Just relax.
You
It's
know,
all
I
good.
mean, flashlight or not, I don't care. Besides music, you know, what other hobbies you have?
I do art. I'm gardening right now. I'm
Growing
getting
weed?
ready to. Sorry?
Growing weed?
No,
No,
I don't smoke.
No.
Neither do I. Bam, what the hell's wrong with you?
It's gardening, man. You know, everybody like to
Dude,
grow
it's legal.
vegetables.
She doesn't have to fucking hide that fact.
But
man.
that's why I asked if she's growing some weed. That's why I'm asking.
No.
Only us, our generation is scared to bring stuff up like that still.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you see people on Instagram and, you know, on Facebook, you know, showing their, you know, where they're growing weed. And I'm like, what's wrong with them?
Yeah, no, I'm just growing vegetables, just growing flowers and vegetables right now.
We have a friend of ours that's huge into gardening, James. Huge.
That's awesome.
He
I want to
loves
grow
it.
my own food, so that's
Yeah, that's the way to do it. You know what I mean? So what's your favorite TV show? Your favorite ever. The one you can rewatch all the time.
I like The Office. It's just funny.
Office is good.
I like Family Guy recently.
Yeah. These cartoons get away with shit that we'll never get away with. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I mean, like, I don't know why I like dark humor. I'm just like psychopathic in that way.
Well,
I'm
we're-
not a messed up person, but I like.
No. We're the same way. Dark humor's funny.
like it.
We find it. I just find it the way. If you and I had dark humor on here and it got caught and someone said they shouldn't have
Oh,
said
yeah,
that,
you can,
but
yeah.
but if
You
me and
get
you
canceled.
wrote cartoons, we'd be okay. We'd be on Fox.
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. I'm just like,
Pretty much.
I'm like,
You're
how
on
the
Fox.
fuck they
You're on
get away
Fox.
with that? You know? So
You know,
it's
so
crazy.
so the people want to know, what do you do for fun? You know, just, you know, let loose. What do you do to let loose?
What I do for fun?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want. I'm embarrassed. to
No,
say.
no.
Why?
I don't know why, but I really like watching ghost videos and videos where people find like strange creatures on camera.
Yeah, that's fine with that.
And I was trying to go ghost hunting, but then my mom told me don't ever do that because that's gonna invite some demons and shit. But I really like watching it. I don't know why people like. I shouldn't be doing that too much because I don't want to. I don't want to, interfere with the spiritual realm or anything
I
like
feel
that.
you.
I'm Christian. I don't want to do that. But I do like watching like scary videos and like videos where alien videos too. Like I'm very inquisitive about science and the government and conspiracies.
Oh yeah.
So I'm constantly watching documentaries like that when I have free time. That's
Okay,
what I consider fun.
Have you ever had a ghost situation, or you've been in a house, or have you ever had a story like that?
Actually, I have a vlogging channel, and I'm gonna upload my Halloween vlog where me and my friend, my boy, we went out to like a baseball diamond, and we heard like chains dragging on the floor, and we just got the fuck out of there. Like we ran so fast, and I'm not sure what that was. It could have just been anything, but that's probably the closest I've come to something paranormal. But I don't want to ever like come close to anything more than that, to be honest.
Stay away from that stuff.
You never came to my house at 69 Viewmount, eh, Bam?
Nah.
No. Okay. This is a true story. So me and two of my friends, Jesse and Rob, we move in. Beautiful bungalow house. We're downstairs chilling. Rob goes upstairs to get us some beers. And he comes back with a like look on his face, like he's been he's like, oh my, there's a girl saying hello upstairs, and I can't.
What?
She's not there. And I'm like, yo, bro, like maybe you should lay off the beer, right? I'm like, this guy's.
Oh my god.
Okay, so whatever. Sorry, so that was him. So he leaves. Jesse shows up, comes downstairs, meets up with me. He goes back upstairs, and he comes downstairs, but he doesn't say, but he's like, yo, dude, there's a girl saying hello upstairs, but there's no one up there. These two guys didn't even see each other. And now when he said that to me, I was like, what the fuck? And I'm not lying you, in the hallway,
Oh, boy.
but at night you can hear high heels. Like I could never sleep. I'd have to like open the curtains and go to bed at I'd be mowing lawns at 6 because I didn't want to go to bed. It was the scariest shit ever. It was only at this one time in my life that it was a creepy house, a creepy situation, and You know, I'm not a huge ghost
Oh my
believer, but I'm
God.
not gonna lie. Like, it's kind of weird. That was a weird moment. You know, two random friends that don't see each other keep telling me the same thing. There's a girl saying hello upstairs. Because I hear Rob saying hello, hello, and I'm like, fuck, who's he
Two
talking? Who's in the
different
house?
times they said that.
It was the same day, but earlier was Rob, and then later on it was Jesse.
And this is your house right now?
No, 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 no. We're not there no more.
Oh, okay.
out. Move out.
I drive by and I'm like, those poor son of a bitches that
Yeah.
live there. You know what I mean? So, last question: what's your favorite movie?
Ooh, I like Disturbia with Shia LaBeouf in it.
Oh yeah, that's
I
a
like
good
that
one.
one.
That's
Yeah.
a good one. So now let's say once COVID's finally done, people get vaccinated, whatever, things open up. What's next for you? What plans do you have?
I'm going into sports and I'm gonna start training in tennis. I know I've been saying that for a while, but COVID keeps kind of pushing it behind. But
Yeah.
that's what I feel like when athletes do really well with music, because if you take on a sport, my mind might change a little bit, and I might just like push myself a little bit more in different ways. So I want to like pick up the sport. And I picked tennis, so hopefully I can start doing that. But then also when COVID ends, I really want to start performing. That is
Yeah.
like my biggest thing. I need to be on a stage. I haven't been on a stage since this coronavirus, and like I just feel like a big crucial part of my whole artistry is just missing when I
Yeah.
can't perform. So
Yeah.
I really want to sing on stage, and like I have new songs that I really hope I can perform, and people are kind of scaring me saying that, oh, concerts and live performances and new artists won't be able to like really like venues won't really be open in Canada for another 2 years, and I really hope that's not true.
Jesus Christ, I'll lose my
But
mind in
damn,
tears.
Don't worry about it,
no,
because it's always a way around it. Trust me. You
yeah,
get what I'm saying? So
No.
you ain't got to be on streaming your concerts because it's boring. You know what I
it
mean?
is,
But
it is.
ain't
I
nothing
like
wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with doing a
audience
pop-up
interaction.
performance somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because all you got to do is start. They
Or you
will
just got to
come.
get to Florida because they're bumping over there
They
anyways.
will
that's
come.
exactly what I want to do, Miami.
Yes, I'm telling you, they're that. You
Trouble
look up.
Miami.
We have some friends out on social media that are out there. It's like nothing's going on. The UFC just happened last night. It was
Yep.
full capacity.
Yep,
You know,
that's true.
they starting to let baseball back in. The people back in baseball.
I'm
too.
jealous. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. We need to start moving up here.
Yeah, I think it's good that I got a passport. I want to get going on there, but I don't want to have to feel like I need to be vaccinated to travel either, though.
I know that you think they're gonna force that upon us.
I do have a feeling that that might be forced upon us. Yeah,
Yep.
especially in Ontario right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's facts. I know. That's the thing they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you want to travel? Grab this needle."
Yeah.
I know it's fucked up. But okay, so where can people listen to your stuff?
Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, and I'm working on getting my stuff on TikTok. But yeah, Spotify's my big one right now, and YouTube. My latest music videos on YouTube. So go and hit that and get the views up on my latest music video for sure.
I have your link underneath us on all our stuff on Facebook and stuff like that to
Amazing.
lead you to your IG. So follow her on IG.
Yep.
You know what? I don't know. I'm a big fan of your music. I like where you're heading. I
Yep.
like your vision. You're different, and
Thank you.
don't ever change for anyone. When someone says you're different, you're doing something good. When someone's not saying anything, you're blending in, and you're just gonna get faded away with the rest of the people in there. So screw that.
You
So
know.
tell me more about your latest video.
I did it. So it's called Saucin', and I did it on a boat, which is really cool. And in the background, you can see the CN Tower. So I'm like representing my city. I love Toronto. Also, all my girls are twerking on the yacht, so it's a nice vibe. And I'm really trying to be a force to reckon with when it comes to rapping, because I'm not a rapper, and I do feel like I can spit bars, and I was able to challenge myself in that way. So this whole video allows me to demonstrate that. And it's kind of like my alias. I have an alias, and her name is Keats. It's like Nikita,
like
but
that.
Keats.
I like
And
that.
every time I do a grimy video, it's gonna be Keats that's coming out, and Saucin is all Keats. It's all my alias, my alter ego. And when the girlier stuff comes out, the more stuffed R&B stuff, that's just plain Nequita. But yeah, I like dabbling with the character of like my alter ego, and like this whole video is that, and I see like a whole different person in me in that video. So I like that I can dabble with that and like demonstrate myself as a rapper as well. And I really like rapping. It's made me enjoy hip hop so much more. So I hope other people like the video. I know they're gonna like the video.
I would have been like if you never said that this was like you're not usually a rapper, you would have had me fooled. Like,
oh, thanks.
Like straight up, I wouldn't have never, because before when I started talking to Bam about having you on, I said, oh, she's more of a singer, and then we grabbed this song, and I'm like, am I mistaken from someone else that's supposed to be on? Because usually I'm on the ball here. So just to give you some heads up, I wasn't expecting you to say that. I'm like, okay, well, did I get?
Work with.
I'm like, okay, shit happens. I got the wrong person then. I got the wrong person. I'm thinking of someone else then. You know what I mean?
She got the flow.
It's me.
That's dope though. You would have had me fooled. You would have never told me that this is what you don't normally do. I would have never believed you. Like
it was alien territory to me, and I needed help. My boyfriend was helping me execute the rhymes and everything. I was coached in the studio to do it, but I'm just getting better. So I have no problem doing more rap records as well, but like R&B is my first love. That's gonna be the albums, but like I love this video so much. I think it's perfect timing for summer, just to make people feel better, even if COVID fucks us up. Just watch the video, it'll make you feel better.
It's so true.
Got it.
Nequita, I'd like to thank you for having you on. It's been a true pleasure. Please don't be shy. If you have an upcoming project, show, etc., you want to come back on and plug it in,
I'd love to, yeah.
Let us know. I will be sending you I'll be contacting a few, linking us up with the some of the producers that I know that I've met across from
I
the show.
appreciate that so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
no, that's what the whole show's about getting people together.
And stay on after the video there. I'm gonna talk to you about how to get you joined on TikTok.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, yeah, stay on. We're gonna play your video, Saucin.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Bitch, I'm the baddest of all. I can be fucking with y'all. So when I shop at the mall, why do your man always call? I don't got time for you, bro. I don't got time for a hoe. All of my bitches, they know. No one can stop it like me. I am the chef of the house. You could never be key. I never cap for the club. When I got a degree, I've been feeling hella blessed. About to pick me up a butt. On the fly shit, I'm in my way. Look at my wrist, don't say hi, bitch. I'm a savage, you a savage. Got no purpose, you ain't earned shit. Up in the kitchen, I'm cutting it up. I'm fucking it up, saucing it up. You better get with the buzz, 'cause you don't be sitting with us. You ain't even dripping enough. I don't see ice, you was a sight. Better be taking a hike. Keeping my shit on the low, keeping my shit on the DL. I gotta go on reload, I cannot give you the details. Keeping my shit on the low, keeping my shit on the DL. I gotta go on reload, I cannot give you the details. I'm in a club and I'm feeling myself. You in a line and you taking an L. So your name and just don't ring a bell. We in a let every night is a movie. We at the beach and it's sushi. Kicking it just like I'm Boosie. Hope you don't run up on me. I got a Uzi, no Uzi. Always been a savage. When I'm keeping baddest, I design my fashion. Got it since the habits. Yeah, I'm dripping enough. Dripping, I roll to the six. No, I ain't taking no pics. I'm a fly shit. I'm in my way. Look at my wrist. Don't say hi, bitch. I'm a savage. You a savage. Got no purpose. You ain't earned shit. What?